Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we have a Love It or Leave It. These are our quarterly activewear check-ins where we do some mini reviews of any pieces that haven't gotten full dedicated reviews, any favorites I've been loving recently, as well as any quality updates that are of note. Today we have a good range of pieces for the mini reviews. We have a new Ptula little mini drop. We have some really fun Liaison pieces. I always like to throw a little affordable activewear into the mix as well. And then we also have a Wiskii set, and then of course some good favorites. And just generally some things I've been loving for the summer. So without further ado, let's get into the mini reviews. Our first mini review, we have some Ptula pieces. They're having a mini drop of their Powertech fabric in this Midnight storm print. They've definitely had a similar print in the past. It might be the exact same, but this is their like black kind of like tie-dye type print, very subtle. This is launching on Thursday, July 9th at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and code Kathryn gives a 10% off. This is probably being posted on Thursday, so this might be live at the time. I actually did a whole dedicated review to the Powertech collection when that launched initially, so these are just some new colors. There are a couple little tweaks to the leggings, but let's talk about them. Starting out with just a little quick overview of Powertech. So Ptula launched two new fabrics this year, the Feathertech and the Powertech. Both of them use this new Lycra adaptive fiber, which is what gives the fabric a really great body hugging fit, feel, and a lot of stretch. They launched Feathertech first, which is super lightweight, naked feel, but still has a really nice body hugging quality, and it's a little bit more on the performance side. And then more recently, they launched Powertech, which quickly became a favorite. If Feathertech just didn't have quite enough compression for you, I find that these are a little bit more medium compression, a little bit thicker, denser, grip the body just a little bit more, but they're still ultra stretchy performance and very sweat wicking. The Powertech Sculpt leggings. These are a high-rise legging, double thickness waistband, no front seam, and your extended gusset. Made of the Powertech fabric, of course. I recommend staying true to size on these. With the Feathertech, I suggest sizing down in a lot of the bottoms, but that's not the case with Powertech because it is a bit more compressive. Then we start to see some changes. When they initially launched Powertech, there was this little triangle side panel as well as a little tiny band just at the side of the legging. They took that away and really simplified these. They're basically just a classic legging. Now they have no side seam. There's no top band even at the sides, just no top band 360. A lot more clean and simple of a look. I liked that side panel, but it made me want there to be a pocket, and there wasn't a pocket. So it's not like I really miss it, just is a slight difference. We have the contoured glute seams in the back, and then this is a Sculpt legging. So the back rise has a very soft elastication to it that just gives you a little bit of contour to the glutes, but it's very light, and for me, it does not cause me any camel toe. Medium to high on the booty scale, this fabric in particular with the color and a little bit more density than Feathertech is going to give you some cellulite coverage, and they're 26-inch inseam. Next up, we have the Powertech Tempo Tank. This was quickly a favorite when they first launched Powertech, so I'm very glad to see that this is one of the few pieces that did come back. So this one is true to size. It is a high hip length tank, so it does overlap with the high-rise waistband. We have this nice V-neck. We have thin straps, but they're not quite spaghetti straps that come to a T in the back. And this top is a nice medium to full coverage, and it's large cup size friendly, but it is just so flattering. It kind of highlights the girls, but you're still very covered. And then the fit on the waist is so good. You do not need to size down in this one. Occasionally I size down in Feathertech tops, but this one is true to size. Medium to full coverage and medium support. It does have a built-in shelf liner with cut pads. I find this one to be so flattering, large cup size approved. I'm constantly reaching for this one. Our final two Powertech pieces, we have the Powertech Sculpt shorts, essentially the same as the leggings. They had two versions of the Powertech Sculpt shorts before. They had the Colorblock version that had a panel down the side and the leg seam was bonded, and then they just had the classic version. So this is the classic version. We have another high rise, double thickness waistband, no front seam, extended gusset, 6-inch inseam. And for the Feathertech shorts, again, I recommended sizing down or else they kind of slip and slide. These stay put very well in your normal size, so I would not size down. No side seam, and even though these are a little bit more compressive than Feathertech, they're still super stretchy in the thigh seam, so they are going to be thick thigh friendly, but they still stay put. Again, you guys, at the beginning of this year, Ptula was almost like losing me a little bit. I just wasn't loving the changes to Bare and to Pure Luxe, and they completely revived my love for the brand by launching Feathertech and Powertech. I just absolutely love them. I reach for them all the time. Same features on the back as the leggings, curved glute seams, slightly elasticated seam up the back, very flattering and very functional. And this is just a rare BTC launch for Ptula. I feel like they almost always have like mostly itty bitty bras and like maybe throw in a larger cup size option. But both of the Powertech tops that are launching are large cup size friendly. So this is the Powertech Impact Bra. Again, we have seen this one before, but this is a very good sports bra, one that I would even run in, which you guys know. Something can be high impact for me and I still won't run in it, but this one is running approved. Powertech fabric, I wear a size small on this one. This one fits a little bit snug, but to me it's in a supportive way. Some people do prefer to size up. So if you don't like to be super compressed, I would size up in this one. We have a slight V-neck, Powertech fabric, but we also have molded cup padding that gives the bust some shape, avoids the uniboob, and also provides some rigidity, which in turn provides some support. So I feel very supported in this one. We also have a thick elastic at the bottom that sits nice and flat under the bust, provides some support as well. And then these nice tank straps, it's nice and cushioned as well, so it provides some cushion over your shoulders. And then this wide adjustable elastic in the back. We also have 3-hook closure with 3 different levels. I do wear mine on the loosest, but you're kind of supposed to start your bras on the loosest one because over time, when they do stretch out a little bit, you go tighter and tighter. So I personally find this one true to size. Guys, I've been annoyed at my hair lately because last time I got my hair done, she did a great job on the color, but I forgot to specifically ask for layers. And when I don't do layers, my hair doesn't last very long in curls. And I just figured she knew because we always do layers. So I was surprised when I left and like I didn't have layers in my hair. And now I feel like I'm not quite ready for a highlight, but I kind of just want to go get some layers in my hair. But I also don't have a hairdresser in LA. I'm also very nervous to see what the prices are here in LA. But anyways, if anyone has a good hairdresser recommendation in the LA area or maybe even South Bay, I kind of like that area. Next mini review, we have a couple pieces from Liaison the label. They had their Sunchasers collection in early June. And this is my first time trying some of their layered pieces that have like the tri-colored situations. A couple of very popular trends in activewear right now are contrasting colors, piping, and then also layers. And this top combines all of those. A lot of these pieces are sold out, but generally all of their launches are kind of like the same pieces in new colorways. And I know they're bringing back some fun colors soon. So I still figured that this was relevant. I do have a code with Liaison. I used to have a discount code. They don't do discounts anymore, but my code Kathryn does give free shipping over $100. So still a little benefit. This is the double layered scoop bra. I have tried this one many a time. I actually wear an extra small in this one. And I've been going back and forth on whether to recommend sizing down because it does have a snug fit, but I did get a few of you guys message me that you did size down and you also liked it, or you didn't size down and you wish you had. So I do recommend sizing down in this one. I've reviewed it a couple times, but basically we have an inner layer to the bra that has a little elastic on the bottom for some security. It has the removable cup pads. Then you have a slightly more lightweight outer layer. You can kind of play around with the placement of this, but it really is like 2 sports bras that have been tacked down at the sides so they don't budge. And then the inner layer of the sports bra, the straps are adjustable. We have about a medium coverage, medium support. It's large cup size friendly in the fact that it has the coverage, but it is just a little bit flat and could use a little bit more rounding. Because of that, I do get a compressive fit and it really like lifts the girls up, which personally I don't mind, but if you're looking for a little bit more round of a fit, I have heard little peeps that they will be doing a larger cup size friendly version of this one with just a little bit more room for bust accommodation. I've just been loving the color combos they've been doing lately. They did have a couple different combos of this nice teal, pink, and yellow, like with the base being pink, the outer color being yellow, but I just thought this was so cute. And the reason I recommend sizing down is the bottom band can be a little big in your true size. To go with that, we finally have the layered Sculpt short V2, which I'll get into in a second. I've tried the bridge shorts, which I love. I've tried the layered Sculpt pant, but this is my first time trying the layered Sculpt short. So I got my normal size small. This is 2 entire waistbands, so it can be kind of compressive on the top. That's why for the V2, they did loosen up the waist a little bit because a lot of people were needing to size up because it was quite compressive in the waist. So I wear a size small in these shorts. They're very true to size. If you're in between, you can really go either way, but definitely no need to size up anymore. I measured just about a 9-inch rise on these and they hit right at the small of my waist. Compared to the layered Sculpt pants that are more of an ultra high rise, I really like the true high rise of these. We have no front seam, extended gusset. I think they're listed as a 6-inch inseam, but I measured them like 5 different times because I'm like, is something wrong with me? But mine are actually more of a 5.5-inch inseam, which I still like, but they are just slightly under 6. No side seam on these. These are made of a polyester spandex, kind of mid-weight brush material. It has medium compression, good structure to it, but still good stretch. And then a very exaggerated glute seam, and I find these to be more medium to long glute friendly, no scrunches or anything. So yeah, I absolutely loved how these fit. I definitely will be getting more of the layered Sculpt shorts. I want to try the V2 version of the legging and see if the rise is lowered, but I think it's just a shorts thing. I got 2 more Liaison pieces that I've never tried before. I have been wanting to try the basic contrast bra for a long time because I just knew that this one was going to be a really good large cup size friendly option. And it is. This one fits very well. True to size, but if you're in between, I would size up. If anything, it's a little bit on the compressive side. This one, dare I say, full coverage. I feel completely covered in this one, and we have a little 1/2 inch elastic along the bottom. It keeps everything secure. We have this cute contrast piping detail. Everything on this one fits very well. I would say this one is definitely large cup size friendly, maybe even the best large cup size friendly option from Liaison that I've tried. Medium support, we do have removable cup pads. And while I feel like it's not quite as fun with like all the multicolors of the layered scoop bra, we still do get a little bit of that contrast piping moment, which is very cute. And then Liaison logo on the back. Then we have the contrast Skort. They've launched this a couple times and I got curious, so we're trying it. I will preface this by saying I don't love active Skorts that are in this sort of slim fit because I find that they can ride up. And I did have this issue with this one. Again, that's not really something that's like specific to this skirt. It's just this style. So just be aware, I don't find this style quite as functional as a skirt with a little bit of flow or twirl to it. So we have a high-rise fit, kind of a narrower waistband up here. It doesn't fit like a true legging waistband. It's more just like part of the design. There is a tiny little top band on the top, but it was not cutting into me. I would say overall this one is true to size, but for me, the waist was just like a little bit on the big side and the glute area was just a little bit snug. So if you have a really big waist to hip discrepancy, don't get this one. It's also quite mini, definitely a mini skirt, but we have some cute contrast panel detailing down the side, kind of incorporate all of those colors in here. I didn't even notice they have the embroidered tonal logo at the bottom right. I really wish that they would bring this style of logoing back. I just think it's so sleek and subtle compared to the wordmark logo. I just don't love a wordmark logo. I prefer like a nice tonal situation, so I love that. And then the inner shorts, this is a Skort, so we have no front seam. It's a 2-inch inseam, so it's quite itty bitty on the inside. I will say my cheeks were still covered, but it's definitely short. And the inner shorts technically do not have a gusset to them. They have no front seam, but they don't technically have a gusset. I will say it didn't cause me any issues, but in case that's a deal breaker for you, I would say I see this on like a quarter of active skirts. Like they don't all put gussets. And then there are unfortunately no side pockets. I get the functionality of it. It would be difficult to put anything in the pockets with the slim fitting of the outer skirt because you would just see everything that's in the pockets. But I do love having a pocket option. So I feel like the skirt is cute, but I feel like a lot of the style just doesn't quite work for me functionally, so definitely not my favorite piece. All right, next up we have a little affordable set. I saw this skirt specifically on Amazon and I thought it was a very unique active skirt. So this is the Laslulu wrap Skort with pockets. The actual Amazon name is very, very long. It doesn't make any sense because that's how they do it over there. But I got a size small. It is $24.99, and I've seen a lot of these kind of ballet inspired wrap skirts. As an ex-ballet dancer myself, they normally are just like one layer, very thin, and they do tie at the sides. And since ballet core is kind of a thing again, like for example, I did try a little wrap skirt from Nike Skims, but it was just like the old ballet style ones where they were just one layer of fabric, so you couldn't wear them on their own. And I'm not really into the skirt over leggings look, so I just didn't really know how I would ever like style that. But this is the first like chiffon / mesh style wrap skirt that I've seen, at least, that you can actually wear on its own. And there's a couple features to this. First of all, it is a true tie at the sides, so you can adjust it and tie it. The base skirt does have a little band at the top, but it wasn't cutting into me. It's actually a decent length. I did feel covered in the back. It's still a mini short skirt, but I wasn't like cheeks out. We also have a super cute, delicate little lettuce hem that I love. And I was surprised to see they actually did 2 layers of the mesh to make it a little bit more opaque. So you have the 2 layers all the way around, and then in the front, you actually get an overlap of the 2 layers on the bottom and the 2 on the top. So even more opacity there. And then, like I said, this is the first little wrap style skirt that I've seen that's actually like designed to wear on its own. So it does have built-in active shorts. I really like the fit of the skirt on the outside. The fit of the inner shorts, it is just a little bit loose, and the smallest size they have is a size small, so I couldn't exactly size down in them. So it's still very wearable, but I did find the inner shorts moved around a little bit just because they weren't quite snug enough on me. More details on the inner shorts, they do have a front seam. These ones, again, no gusset on the inner shorts. Like I said, it's pretty common in skirts. The inner inseam is 2.5 inches and we do have side pockets, but I tried to put my phone in them and like I said, with the looseness of the inner shorts, it just didn't hold on to it super well. Thankfully though, none of that is visible on the outside and I actually do think it's a very cute skirt and kind of a nice little like ballet core moment, but you don't have to worry about what you're wearing underneath it. And then I got this Y-back sports bra from the same brand. The browns don't exactly match, so it's not like this is like an actual set that goes together. I do plan to see if they have any tops that potentially would match the skirt, but this is a slightly different brown. And this bra reminds me a lot of the Buff Bunny Bar sports bra, except this one runs a little bit bigger and actually has a little bit more coverage. This bra is $17.99. We have a scoop neckline, spaghetti straps. They come into a Y in the back. This is another difference from the Buff Bunny Bar sports bra. The Buff Bunny sports bra has adjustable crisscross straps, which is definitely a bonus to have them be adjustable because I found these were just a little bit long. I got a size small in this one. It is true to size overall though. We have removable cup pads, and what drew me to this bra was the little contoured under bust area, which is another very trendy thing going on right now. Not only does it have the contoured under bust area, but it actually has a little silicone dot detail all along the hem of the sports bra, because sometimes when you have the contoured under bust area, it can move around a little bit and then you lose the effect of having that little curve. So having the little silicone dots to keep that in place under the bust is actually a very smart move, and I was impressed to see it in such an affordable bra. But yeah, I thought this one is really cute and definitely recommend. I would actually consider this one pretty large cup size friendly as well. It had about a medium coverage and a low to medium support. And lastly, we got a lot of activewear trends in this video. This is the Colorblock one-piece long sleeve crop top from Wiskii. I got a size medium in this one because they were out of the size small when I was shopping for it, and I definitely do feel like it's a little bit big, like in the sleeves are just a little bit loose, and the neckline is just a little bit wide, so I would stick true to size. Like I said, the layered activewear look is very popular right now, and I just felt like this top was a kind of like cute, different take on the layered activewear trend. First of all, I love the little tonal blue moment. Basically, we have an inner sports bra that is a halter. We do have removable cup pads in here. I really love a lot of Wiskii pieces, but I really hate that they're always using push-up cup pads because a lot of their tops actually do have room for larger busts, but then they put these like thicker cushioned cup pads and just kind of like eliminate some of the space. So I do find that I often have to take out the cup pads. Anyways, we do have a full inner halter sports bra, and then the outer layer is this cute little off the shoulder long sleeve look. We have an elastic along the inside. It also feels like the fabric is bonded at the bottom to create a nice flat seamless look. It's definitely bonded in the back here. We have full coverage in the back, and another thing I don't love about Wiskii is their logo is quite bold. They use this large foiled wordmark logo, which again, I prefer a more subtle logo, but I just don't see any other activewear like this, so I find it very cute. I would say it's moderately large cup size friendly. It's definitely a plunge moment, but the actual coverage really isn't bad. It's just, you know that it's going to be a cleavage moment. So I would say that this one is very cute, but I did wear it to solid core and just felt like in some of the movements, it just kind of got in the way of my shoulders a little bit. So definitely more for the athleisure cute vibes. I did get through a workout in it, but it just wasn't the most functional. All right, to go with the top, we have the Wiskii Riviera V-waist scrunch leggings. I've tried a couple of their leggings now. I've tried just the classic scrunch leggings, and I've tried the scalloped ones. So this one is a new fit to me, but it's very similar in the back. Wiskii is one of those brands that I really did not think that I would like at all, but almost every single piece that I get from them, I just end up loving. So these were no exception. I got a size small in these. I find them to be true to size. Their leggings are normally an ultra high rise, but these ones are sitting at more of a high rise in the front because the slight little dip down of the wrap waist. It is technically a true crossover waistband. Like there is an extra layer of the waistband that goes along the inside there, but they did sew it down so it doesn't come undone or anything. I would say that's fine with me. I don't like a faux wrap waistband, but this is a real wrap waistband. It just is sewn down. It has a very slight dip down in the front, no front seam, triangle gusset, 26-inch inseam, no side seam, and then in the back, I feel like it is more of an ultra high rise. We have that same kind of bold Wiskii logo, and then we have the curved glute seams and their little subtle scrunch. So they elasticated the back rise. One thing I like about their scrunch is that it stays flat along that first inch of the top, so you don't really see a lot of the scrunching, and the rest of the scrunch kind of just sits in between the glutes. So I do find them quite flattering on the glutes. I also really love the fabric that they use. It's kind of a mid-weight brushed material, about a medium compression, and it just has a really nice body hugging feel. Honestly, I find all of their leggings to be very flattering, and I really liked the wrap waist on these. All right, that concludes our mini reviews. Moving on to our next section. I don't really have any quality updates this time. I used to be better about quality updates, but honestly, I haven't had any issues and everything's been holding up pretty well. So if that's an update. So we're moving straight into favorites. Starting out with a non-activewear favorite. So one of my wedding looks required a strapless bra, and I don't know about you guys, but never in my life have I had a strapless bra that I actually liked. For years I've been wearing this strapless bra that like sits like way too far down. It was like in the middle of my rib cage, and it was just like the best option that I had, but I really needed a good strapless bra for my welcome dinner look. So one of my favorite everyday go-to bras is ThirdLove, and they had 3 strapless bras on their website. I ordered all 3 of them, and this turned out to be my favorite. And you guys, this is the best strapless bra that I've ever tried. And honestly, I'm glad that I waited this long to try a strapless bra because apparently this is a new one. So this is the 24/7 always up strapless bra. I got my normal ThirdLove size 32 double D. And it is strapless, but it did come with both tan straps and clear straps if you wanted optional straps, but I almost never use that. A couple things I love about this bra. First of all, it fits better than any strapless bra has ever fit me. It contours the bust nicely. I'm not having any gaping. I shift around and it actually moves with me. It does have underwire. It sits right under my bust. And then the best part of this bra is that it actually stays where it should be because it has this technology in it. It should be emphasized, this is not sponsored. If there ever is a sponsor, it's always disclosed. But I'm absolutely raving about this, and I did buy this myself. I just need you guys to know that it's a really good strapless bra. First of all, we do have a little grippy silicone along the top edge and along the bottom. But the best part, and this is not really something I can like show on camera because it's more of a tactile feel rather than something visible, but the entire lining of the cups. It has this grippy lining that isn't sticky, it isn't silicone. Like I have had cat fur on everything today because honestly, I need to vacuum my room. There's even cat fur on my face right now that I can't quite get off. But there's no cat fur or any fuzz or anything sticking to the inside because it's not actually sticky, but it grips onto your body. So whatever this new grippy technology is, I even wore this bra on my honeymoon in Italy where it was getting a little bit hot and your girl was sweating. It still stayed put. This is an amazing bra. It also has 3 levels of 3-hook closure. And honestly, I'm gonna see if they have anything else like with this technology because it is a really good bra. Next up, this isn't a new item, nor is it a new favorite, but I wear these shorts so much, especially when it comes to the summer, that I just feel like I had to mention them again. These are the Ingia pleated running shorts. Number one, they're affordable. They're $28. And I know I'm a bit of a loose short hater when it comes to running shorts. Personally, I cannot run in a loose short. But when it comes to walking, I do like the flowiness of a loose short. And I guess this is kind of a quality update as well, but I've had these for at least a year now. I think I got them last summer. I literally wear these at least 2 to 3 times a week. Like when I come back from work, I either wear my scrubs to walk or I change into these shorts. So I get a lot of use out of these shorts. So I'm washing and drying these often. I do throw these in the dryer and they have continued to hold up. And the pleating has actually kept its structure as well. So they're just really nice. They're a high rise. We have an elastic waistband, but it's not restrictive. It's not tight. It has this soft lining as well. The inner shorts have no front seam, a 3.5-inch inseam. So they have good coverage, and we do have side pockets on the inner shorts as well. So I just throw my phone in here when I go on a walk. And not only is the pleating kind of a cute little fun detail, but it just adds a lot of extra fabric where if you do have some glutes going on, you shouldn't get that pancake diaper butt situation because it has a lot of room. I recently cleared out a lot of my flowy shorts and I literally still kept 2 colors of these shorts because I love them so much. So highly recommend. Then I wanted to do a quick little shout out to this recent set from Ptula. Like I said, I've been loving the Feathertech. We have the Feathertech Latitude tank. I did size down to an extra small in this one. And the Feathertech tennis skirt. This was essential on my honeymoon because it got very hot. Like it was super sunny and like 90 degrees and humid. I wish that I had packed more active tank skirt combos, more active dresses, because, you know, there was just inevitable sweating. And not only is this set just like super cute and flattering, but it's very, very lightweight and very sweat wicking. So it's just a very nice summer set. I also love the flowiness of the skirt, and the fit of the top is really nice as well. I wish I had a little bit more room in the bust, but I did size down so that it was nice and fitted along the waist. And again, we have the trendy contrast piping that is very in right now. And I just had a couple little beauty favorites as well, things that I've been introduced to recently that I just absolutely love. The first is the OneSkin lip mask. I've never found a lip mask to be worth it. I've tried the Laneige lip mask, and while it did smell really nice, and it was very hydrating, I didn't like how I had to like stick my finger in the tub, or they comes with a little brush, but there's nowhere to hold the little brush or applicator thing. And also whenever I used that one, I got little like congested pores around my lips. So I didn't love that one, but this OneSkin lip mask is the best packaging I've ever seen on a lip mask. I also brought this traveling with me and I am almost out of it, which is insane. I've never even come close to finishing a lip mask. Usually I just go back to like good old Aquaphor, but let me show you the packaging on this. First of all, you open it up and we have a mirror here, which is great. So you can actually see where you're applying it. And then this little metal thing here is actually an applicator. It's in the shape of their logo, which I thought was very well designed too, but it actually works because you just pick it up on the bottom part and then you just apply with the top part. And then to actually access the product, you flip it out to the side, which is great because then you can still see with the mirror, and you can see I'm like almost out of it here. They do actually just sell like the refills for this too, so you can like continue to use the packaging, or you can just like refill it with Aquaphor or Vaseline or something, whatever you like. But the packaging is actually just so good on this. And for a long time, like I said, I've just used Aquaphor or Vaseline and I put it on my lip, but then it's all over your finger. And sometimes I don't apply this stuff until I'm in bed. And then like, what am I supposed to do with Vaseline all over my finger? So it's really nice that I don't have to actually touch my lips with this. And the product itself is actually really good. My lips always feel very hydrated and I never get any congested pores around my lips like I did with the Laneige lip balm. So highly recommend. And I've talked about this sunscreen before, but it truly is just the most unique sunscreen I've ever tried. And it just doesn't feel like sunscreen. This is the Dune Sun Care Bod Guard. I wear sunscreen every day, but I don't love the smell of most sunscreens. Like it makes me like nauseous to smell like that typical sunscreen smell. I don't know what they use in this, but it's the only sunscreen that I've ever used where it actually like absorbs into the skin and doesn't leave you feeling greasy. And I'm very sensitive to grease. The reason why this is getting a special mention is I brought my normal Korean sunscreen that I use only for my face to the wedding, and I didn't realize that I was practically out of it. So even though this is a body sunscreen, I used it on my face like throughout my entire honeymoon because like I said, I'm gonna be using sunscreen. And obviously it's not ideal to use a body sunscreen on your face, but this did not break me out at all. So it's not greasy, doesn't break me out, doesn't smell like sunscreen, and doesn't feel like sunscreen. It's the craziest thing, highly recommend. My favorite sunscreen I've ever used. I just need to show you what it looks like. It actually looks like aloe, like it's like green. So it's like this green, like gel-like texture. So obviously I just applied it, so it looks a little bit wet, but it feels just more like a regular lotion rather than like a greasy sunscreen. Like it truly is a life-changing sunscreen. I love it so much. Like I don't even feel like I need to rush and go wash my hands right now, which any other sunscreen, I'd be like, get this off my hands immediately. Okay guys, that is it for our love it or leave it. Let me know if you guys have any specific video requests, brand requests, etc. down in the comments below. We reviewed a lot of trendy activewear this video that was maybe on a little bit more of the higher price point, but I do have a video coming very soon on affordable trendy activewear. We got the layered looks, we got polka dots, like we have some fun stuff. So stay tuned for that. If you've made it this far and you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe. It's free. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.